Back 40 Chiropractic in McDade, Texas. And you can locate me on Vasconet.com. Just click on Back 40. A lot of the injuries I get, okay, after practicing over 20 years, okay, is bending over and twisting. Okay, that's what does it. And usually from about the age of 35 and up is where you're going to see a sharp increase in those types of injuries. Okay, when you're bending over to pick something up, okay, if you look at the structure of your back, okay, you've got a little S curve in the low back here, which would be this area right here. Mid back and your neck. So your low back and neck have the same type of curve. Okay, because when you were born, this is what you look like. But you can't go through life like that. Well, you can't. Okay, so when a baby starts lifting their head, you develop that. When they start walking and sitting, you develop this. The problem we have now is when people bend over and pick something up, they do this. It's all like a big crane, and then from this point here, they're lifting that up, and they don't have any support, and so it puts that pressure. You can actually see it's breaking this thing here. Puts the pressure down here, and it takes it. It's told either by taking that disc and bulging it out or fragmenting it, or when they go ahead and twist, pick something up, and they twist over. Okay, so what they do is they crunch down, and then they cause some injury to that nerve. And the body's reaction to that is you got pain. Okay, so you're going to have damage to the nerve or tissue. You're going to have inflammation. The body's going to send pain, which is messages. Okay, that something's wrong. And then the muscles go into protection mode by spasming down to try to limit any further movement into that area. So that's why all of a sudden you just can't move. You see people hobbling around, and they're just not getting anywhere. So when you're lifting, if you go ahead and keep that center of gravity, squat down, pick it up from a lower point of view, and then you come back up, you'll be able to do that. Don't twist and then go. Just take a step back, and then you just move. Okay, so that's the best way to do it. Most injuries that I see, especially with the guys lately, is lifting up a tongue of a trailer, okay, and then twisting to put it over. That's that same thing. You're just locking that joint down and just twisting that over. And also it just drops them to the knees. Riding in cars is when you're sitting, okay, you're not actually sitting on muscle. You're sitting on these points of the bone. They're called ischial tuberosity. This is what you're sitting on. And every bump that you hit on that road is doing that to your low back, no matter how good your car is. Okay, so constantly, that's long drives for an hour, 2 hours. You want to get out every now and then and move around and get them muscles pumped out and get that lactic acid and carbon, dioxide out of that muscles, out of the tissues. Then you can sit down and then go along again. Your muscles are refreshed. Computer screens. Okay, here's what we can get. Okay, a lot of people ask me, well, I have my computer, as I'm sitting there, I'm looking down at it, or I'm looking too high. What's the proper height for keeping that computer screen? Because I get headaches, my muscles, my back right here are real tight. Is if you look at how these nerves come out right here. Okay, they come out pretty much closer towards the front of the vertebrae, and as they go further down the back, they kind of switch off when they're in the back. Okay, if your computer screen is down too low, you're going to do this, and that's going to compress down on the nerves. And how long can you sit on a computer before you move?
I get lost.
A couple hours are gone. Yeah. And figure this is what you're doing with those nerves. Now, this part of the nerves, the C7, T1, T2 and stuff, those are the nerves that go to the heart and lungs. Okay, so what you're doing is you're compressing those down too. So I mean,
I'm sitting up really straight right
now. Okay. Yeah, because all the nerves that go to the organs and stuff, they're all coming out of here. That's where they're coming from. So what you want to do is lift that screen so that way you get a little bit of extension on the neck. You want to eye level, maybe just a little bit more up so you're having to look back. And what that's going to do, it's going to open that up for you. And it's not going to take these muscles that are in the back, these guys right here, okay, and it's not gonna be stretching them down all the time or it's having a fight. You keep your head up, because remember your head's about the weight of a bowling ball. That's a lot of weight to be doing this all day long. So computer screens, eye level, slightly up, so that when you're looking back.
Plus, if it's slightly up, then your shoulders will stay back.
It's gonna sit you back.
Right.
Okay, this
You don't get the round
down
shoulder.
too low, you're gonna be doing that. Okay, any questions you would?
I didn't know that spasms were your body, basically your spine trying to say, don't move me. I didn't know.
Try to isolate, try to immobilize that area.
Because I mean, like the whole
So-
day, it's been my whole.
Yeah, that's one of the things you can learn after practicing a lot of times. Somebody comes in with a blown back. Okay, there's times in there I don't want to release those muscles because they're acting as, all of a sudden they've got nerve root compression or they've got to have a disc that's there. And if I release those muscles too quick, you get that full loading right down on it. So I'd rather use those as columnar supports to help support that and keep that movement from happening too quick and further injury. So it's kind of a judgment call. You learn that after, treating 2 or 3 backs over the years. Okay, well, that's it for tonight. We'll have another tidbit of information at a later date.
Thank you.